Welcome back everyone, my name's Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Sunless Skies. We had a little bit of a recording problem, so I'm just going to quickly show you what we found so far. We found the Avid Horizon, which is a giant gateway. That's how we came into the Sunless Sea. And it's closed obviously because it's sealed behind us eventually. But if we wander over here, I just want to show you guys one thing really cool over here, now that the video recorder is working properly again, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. You know what? Glitches happen. Nothing huge happened between this place and now, so we just kind of have been exploring a little bit. But if you look over here, you can see the ship models from the original Sunless Sea down here. There's no Catterley Heart, but you can see that there's sort of looks like a Connate type dock. There's definitely most of the ship classes represented there, so that is pretty cool. I thought it was worth pointing out. We're on the wrong side of the galaxy to find, well, sector to find Parliament. We're gonna go explore to the south, see if we can't find another dock somewhere. Obviously there's no dock at Avid Horizon. I thought there would be one nearby, and maybe there still is. I fought a couple Marauders, they're actually not that hard. Our bat did find something near Avid Horizon. We should go take a look in a sec here. After we kill this ship. And we gained a level, apparently. We can loot the hull to repair a ship. I think I'll repair a ship, just to get some hull back. And what do we want to do? I think I kind of want more mirrors, or maybe hearts. Hearts are actually okay, maybe more veils. Do we have any primary veils? No, we don't, so that's not going to be a thing. We could do hearts and veils. We could do hearts and either mirrors or veils. We can do hearts and veils there. We can do irons and veils or mirrors. Do any of these give anything special? Let's start with that. This gives us one less nightmare, which is not important because we don't have any nightmares. I wouldn't cured our nightmare, by the way, between videos. Got rid of that. We could get a Tale of Terror from being haunted, which we can get hearts and veils out of it. Alright, let's do it. You were plagued by the past, by some guilt or sin or ordeal that will not let you rest. What's the nature of the haunting? Nightmarish visitation. You find no respite in sleep. When you close your eyes, your nightmares climb from their spidery loft, and if, in the morning, the crew will meet your eye, you know you must have cried out in the night. We're level 15 now. We do have 5 food and 5 supply, so if we need to travel back to London, we should have a fair amount of supplies to do so. We also have a bunch of junk in our hold we can sell inevitably if we need to. We have 6 tea, 1 window pane, 1 jumble of souls, and 1 caged catch. An actual ocean in the sky, eh? Huh. Interesting. We found an assaying point. A broken habitation long abandoned. Oh. Uncanny experiments were performed in this place. What was that? That was a dreadnought of some sort. Is it a real dreadnought? Like an enemy dreadnought? They're not shooting at us, the gun's not targeting us, so I guess we're fine. They don't seem to care. If they fire at us, we'll fire back, but we're not going to attack Her Majesty's dreadnought just because it exists. Cruise control on, and we are on our way. There's some ice coming up. Looks like ice. It doesn't look like the glass from the Clockwork Sun. Sending out Zabat. But there is something coming up ahead. We're trying to avoid the time ripples for now. They've been causing us some problems. So if it is another time ripple, we're not going to go into it at the moment. We'll come back for it. And nothing so far. Can't see anything on the radar. We're very close to it though, whatever it is. It's a wreck. That's much better. Alright, setting out our bat one more time. I need to find something out here. We can strip her for repairs, we can force the door open. Let's see what there is inside. We found an aromatic casket. 1 supplies. And it's a reach marauder. Oh, damn it, I dodged the wrong way. Stop shooting me with mangonels. You colossal jerk. I'm gonna use your hull to repair my ship if I can. I can't. I'll grab an item. Could be good. Salon Suit Gossip? I need some more of that. We're only at 16, which is not enough Salon Suit Gossip for us. Where was that Marauder hiding, though? That ship wreckage is not that big. You can't hide a whole nother ship in there. Or at least you shouldn't be able to. Bat, go! Find me something cool. Like, Perdurance would be nice. Nothing to report, eh? The sky is littered with rocks and ruins. This is the Ormswald, a province only half tamed. Well, where's Perdurance? That's what I want to find. I don't care about anything else right now. I really only want to find that port the most, because I have like a bunch of quests to do there. Oh, we're gonna hit a rock. Turd. Wait, is that a real rock? That's not a real rock. That's a real rock. It's hard to tell with the lighting effects sometimes. This is sort of a desolate looking area, isn't it? They weren't wrong about that. There's gotta be some sort of dock around here somewhere, you would think. We've gone quite a ways without seeing one. Is that a real rock? I think that's a real rock. Let's not hit that. I wish there was a mini-map. That's one thing I wish there was. Oh, it's a time bubble. No, don't go in there. Another bat. I'm not going in the time bubble yet. And maybe we need a better bat. Maybe we're just not scouting far enough with our current bat. We'll loop around towards the south, like directly south of London, then we'll head back. Where is Parliament, I wonder? Parliament is east-southeast, so we're heading towards it in theory. I was hoping we would find Perdurance somewhere in one of these other quadrants, but we haven't yet. Maybe it's over here. It could be there. Who knows? Our scout found something to the left. With my luck, it's probably just another time bubble. It's definitely not a dock. We're also down to 4 fuel and 4 supply. Oh, it's a saying thing? Yep. There's a bull content curry here there. We've investigated it and found a dreadnought, apparently. If it shoots me, I'm gonna shoot it right back. Oh shit, it is shooting me. Fine. Challenge accepted. You brought this upon yourself, Dreadnought. The massive guns of the Dreadnought have finally fallen silent. The hulk hangs in the firmament like a shed spider in a web. Shed spider skin in a web. Viewed from the vantage of the fly, its sides are scored and open, its windows shattered, smoke billows from its blind eyes. London will not see what transpires here. I'm gonna grab the chart. We gained a ministry stamp permit. Alright, we're leaving. It's not my fault it shot at me. Also, where are the docks in this area? Like, I guess we know that east-southeast is going to be Parliament, so that's somewhat of a place we know we can get to, probably. Not maybe with the fuel we currently have, but our next excursion out. Our terror is also kind of high. Oh, we have something dead ahead. More dead things. We can lower our terror by paying our respects. Which most of the time is often better than looting the dead. Because terror is a bad and annoying thing. You'd think with 13 crew and like the best ship money can buy, terror growth would be a little bit less important, but I guess not. That's a tacky ship? Is that a guest? That's a time bubble. That's a guest. Ow. Could you please go away, tackety ship? We gotta let our heat dissipate a little. Yeah. Plus we need to collect guests, I think, for our new experimental gun we want to get. It's hard to hit them, they're very maneuverable enemies. Got one shot, that's okay. Come on. Uh-oh, this is a bad place to be. Two more shots on fire. Means it's almost dead at least. Please just die. Yay. Alright. We can get more guests. Stuff. Or maybe we can't. Oh well, let's gather a sample of guest ligament. We can get money in the other sector for that. And also we found another time bubble again. Let's continue to the east a little bit and then we'll head back north to London and we'll continue our exploration, I guess, because we have not found a single other port on this like whole half so far. There's something to the south. Also, this place is just riddled with time bubbles, literally everywhere. That's all there is throughout this entire place. There's these time anomalies. Please find me a dock. Literally any dock would be good. Apparently no dock. The sky is vast. That's all that it decided to tell me. Something skull-like, or not skull-like, grave-like. Another dreadnought. We found something, but now we have a dreadnought fighting us. A dreadnought whose gun is definitely fixed on us. We have a cantankery coming too. Ow, we took a couple hits. Oh, we took a lot of hits. I'm stuck against the rock, I can't move. Oh, that was bad. Holy shit, that sucked. I couldn't move because I was stuck against the rock. Alright, we need to go back to London now. Or we can... Actually, let's raid the engine's lockbox. It sits on the captain's desk. Heavy as a miser's heart. Oh, we got an invitation to Perdurance from it. Neat. We need to go back to London, like, right now. We are... Well, we're at 15 hull. This is gonna be an expensive trip back to London, but that's okay. Getting stuck against a rock is terrible, though. I couldn't move, and so it just could fire at me indiscriminately with both of its guns. Also, how does it manage to power 2 machine guns without overheating? That doesn't seem fair. I disagree wholeheartedly with whatever just happened. I guess we needed to go back anyways. We need supplies and fuel, but I was hoping not to spend like 300 sovereigns repairing our ship as well. Nothing to report. Oh, there's a thing there. We can go. Well, there might be a thing here. If this is a dreadnought, we might just leave. We had bad luck with that last one. There's a dreadnought. We're leaving. There we go, it left us alone. It seems to care very little for us. There's a dock up here? But it's not a dock, it's an outpost. They're not the same thing, I guess. Platform it's called. What is it? Maybe that's Perturance. Maybe it's just a tiny little platform out in the middle of nowhere. Less than tiny, actually. It looks massive, whatever this is. It's definitely a large structure of some sort. Is it crash intoable? No. Oh, this is part of London, but what is that? The Wit and Vinegar Lumber Company. Let's go take a look. Head offices of a lumber concern that imports bronze wood from the Reach. The Wit and Vinegar Lumber Company operates primarily in the Reach, mining bronze wood and transporting it back to London for construction, furniture, and locomotive plating. The Wit and Vinegar... oh, wait, never mind. This loading platform is frequented by brawny, wind-bitten men lugging slabs of bronze wood into the warehouse. They give me an unsympathetic look. We're trying to work. It ain't safe for tourists. But they do have a bazaar with literally nothing. Okay. Well, this must be a thing for later us. Clearly it's not for present us because it didn't have anything. I'm actually kind of curious to see if there's any other platforms that we're missing. Apparently nothing. Okay. That looks like the palace, like the Imperial throne. It's definitely a large, round building, whatever it is. Beautiful. Like, the aesthetic is lovely. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop off at London, and then we're going to fly out to maybe this area. We'll kind of just come back out this way, and then down, and then back up. We'll try and cut this area into pieces and figure out if there's a port there. That's the throne of ours. Cool. I'll be back shortly when we get back to there, because this is just going to take a minute of our time, and then we're just going to fly back, which is also going to take a minute of our time, for nothing but just space flying. So I'll do a quick cut. Alright, we're back. We're heading out of London in a way we haven't explored yet, so maybe there'll be other stuff to do. We're passing by the throne of ours on the other side of it, and we're heading straight off into the wilderness. We found Simon's Nest, which I don't know what that is. Maybe a tavern? Or a hotel or something? Okay. We are headed the right direction, sort of a southwesterly direction. Flying through all the buildings, there are lots of them. London is a very large city, very industrialized and very powerful. And now we're free and clear of the city itself and into the wilds once more. The Albion Wilds. We found fuel. 8 fuel now, which, I mean, there are better things we could have found, but whatever. Teeming factories, choking smog, the light of the clockwork sun is dulled, as if shining through gauze. This is a big thing, whatever this is. There's a dock here. Oh, I found a dock almost immediately. I gotta be careful, I don't know what exactly is run-intoable. This clearly is. This is not. This is Nursery 12? That's not a weird name for a thing. How do I even get into here? There we go. What is this place, I wonder? I'm sure it'll pop up on our screen soon when we discover it. This is... I don't know, 5 out of 9. This is the Brabazon Workworld. The officials of Brabazon never bothered to formally name this waypoint. Captains dock here to pick up goods or deliver workers. It's not a place to linger because of the proximity to the accelerated time of the Workworld. We can recruit the clay conductor. A hulking clay man in a heavy coat stands on the platform. He's a first officer that gives hearts and iron. You're a captain who can perform funeral rites, he says, nodding to the urn in his arms. Then I want to travel. He pauses for a long moment and then, as if feeling something more might be expected, I could help out on your engine. Sure, why not? You ask the conductor where he would like to hold the ceremony. He looks about confused, as though he hadn't expected the question. At last he comes to a conclusion. Here will do, he says, indicating the crowded thoroughfare. You and a few of the more respectable of your crew gather for a brief funeral. Everyone has at least something in black. You offer the expected phrasings before pausing for the eulogy. Let's say a few words. You're sure you can extemporize something. You render up a bounty of platitudes, benign wishes to the beyond, and maudlin remembrances of departed friends. The conductor frowns, stonily, realizing he needs to give you at least something to work with. He could sing, he manages. You work a line about a man of clay with the voice of an angel into the eulogy. The conductor seems satisfied. Where's your engine? I'm ready to assume my duties. The conductor picks up the urn and heads off in the direction you point. We lost some sky stories for that. The bit between. Brabazon Workworld, the first Workworld to be established in Albion. Working here, debtors can escape prison. They remain until their debts are repaid and a ticket away has been funded. Their primary industry is that of hours processing, which has the side effect of accelerating time on the Workworld's surface. The dock is between Brabazon Workworld and Little Nice, where the more privileged overseers reside. The dock is, for Captain's sake, nearer Little Nice than the Workworld. Unexpected aging would deter even the greediest captain from arriving. Do we want to go on a tour yet? Let's travel to Little Nice and look at the governor first. Thick double doors separate the bit between from Little Nice. The fresh air of this pretty village is in sharp contrast to that near the dock. Little Nice is extremely charming. It's populated with careful, unique houses painted in a curated array of colors. Overseers in striped blazers tend the topiary and maintain the paintwork. Behind a water feature bustling with cherubs is a cottage with an outplaced tower. This is the home of Governor of Brabazon. Let's converse with him. It's a pleasure to see you. How are you enjoying Little Nice? Have you visited Brabazon proper yet? We've been doing some marvelous work there. He doesn't give you much room to speak. We lost some gossip and we got some tea. Let's recline, or let's get a port report. We don't need to recline on a bench, we're good. You cannot get a report on Brabazon Workworld from Little Nice. Okay, so you have to go to Brabazon itself. I guess we just go on a tour of Brabazon itself? Join a tour of the Brabazon Workworld. The overseer checks you over your permit and sets aside some Brabazon hours to be woven for you. She hands the group over to the tour leader, who shepherds you all into a side room. The tour leader hands out thick cloaks to keep off the smut. The group covers itself. The hood lends one woman with her hair coiled up high on her head, an awkward shape and unexpected height. Satisfied, the tour leader begins a briefing. Let's receive a carriage clock. We each get one, apparently. As you know, time on the Workworlds moves more velocitously than it does outside. In order to exempt you from the effects, we've had the loom spin a fold of extra hours to cover the tour. Please carry these carriage clocks. They will show you how much time your protection will last for. Please don't stray. He pauses for emphasis. It's crucial that you stay with the tour. If your time runs out, every minute it takes for us to realize could be hours for you. There's a flurry of anxious whispers. Once it is decided, the group is led out onto the Workworld. Your group is accompanied by two overseers. The overseers bringing up the rear is a woman in her early 30s. She checks her carriage clock compulsively. Let's admire the rugs. Your first stop on the tour is the Brabazon Rug Weaving Workshop. The overseer beams and gestures for you to enter the building, larger than any on the street. Oh, I see. An attractive young worker leaps up to greet you. The workshop was built thanks to the generosity of Lady something. Please admire our beautiful handcrafted rugs and weavings exported for sale in London. Workers here gain skills that can support them for the rest of their days. The group of workers nods and smiles at you. One stands to better display their work. Another thanks you for your visit. The youth is the last to see you out. Perhaps we'll see you elsewhere in Albion. Let's smile at the workers. They smile back, and their smiles are stiff and rehearsed as the line the youth delivered. The tour moves on. We have plenty of time left. The glass workers are next. A fascinating aspect of Brabazon is the mutually beneficial relationship between the place and its workers. The overseer makes a sweeping gesture. Make note of the smog. I'll explain more inside. It doesn't scroll me down now. It's weird. The building you enter is heated by vast furnaces and ovens. Workers are blowing molten glass. The smog prevents much of the sun's heat from reaching Brabazon. Without factories such as this, Brabazon would freeze. The workers keep the factories alive, the factories heat the Workworld, and it becomes a pleasant place to live. Here, work enriches life. Several of the group coo in admiration. One man boasts about his Brabazon glass collection. A young lady in gaudy finery turns to you. My parents paid for the main furnace to ensure that the poor world would never go without. What did you fund? I confess that I'm not one of the donors. You're a locomotive captain, traversing the wilderness, defeating the horrors, delivering goods. Perhaps one day you'll engage in charitable endeavors. The young lady blushes. So dangerous, so romantic. That sounds much more fun. Is it difficult? Perhaps my parents will buy me a locomotive. She seems bored for much of the rest of the tour. It seems the thrills of your profession outweigh the charm of her inherited virtue. The tour moves on through the upper level of Brabazon towards a refinery that belches heat like a dying dragon. Let's peer through the windows at the hour refiners. Please line up here. That's it. The overseer indicates alongside a long, low window. It has been recently cleaned to a shine. Inside, hardworking souls refine raw hours imported from the Reach. After this process, they may be spun in the hour looms and put to use. He taps his carriage clock as an example. The refinery is a clamoring, roaring space of long benches, sweating workers, and roiling smoke. The overseer explains. The geodes containing the hours are cracked open, and the fibrous strands of salt-like time are separated with small chisels and saws. Men and women do the former work, children the latter. The filaments are then passed through a series of furnaces to remove impurities, which are in turn brushed away in an indigo slush. The slush is raked to ensure that not even a stray minute is lost. Once the seconds and minutes and hours are extracted, they are seasoned, taken from a very high temperature to a very low one and back. After this, the tangled clumps, the color of the sky just before dawn, or after dusk, are carded and wound into spools and long filaments. The overseer raps sharply on the window. As one, the nearby workers look up and smile and wave. We could linger and watch, but we might not be able to find our way back. They've moved on swiftly. If you're separated from the tour, you may not be able to find your way back. This is a tough one. What do they do when they haven't got an audience? Let's wait. Seconds after your group has moved on, the worker in the middle of the front row leaps from her seat. She pulls on a striped blazer that had been hidden on her lap and dashes up the room. She is replaced by another, grey and exhausted. Nobody looks up. Leaving the refinery behind, you turn through the streets towards the careless ring of hammers. After a short walk, you enter a dusty yard. The tour leader adopts a noble frown. Unfortunately, not all work on Brabazon can be creatively fulfilling. We also produce raw components like gravel and aggregates. We watch the rock breaking. You've looped back to a yard near the bit between. The second overseer is already there. Men and women hard with muscle, bright with sweat, are breaking rocks with sledgehammers. They wear vests and breeches with cloth masks to keep out the worst of the dust. We equip our workers with safety gear just in case. Prolonged exertion in the air might prove unpleasant. As you can see, the regular exercise ensures that they are strong and healthy. Many leave Brabazon with athletic inclinations and pursue fitness as a profession. A stout gentleman with a monocle sidles up to you. This whole place is just marvelous, eh? Kept busy while paying off debts, given new skills and education, simply marvelous. Well, on one hand, yes, and on the other hand, no, and on the third hand, we'll equivocate. His eyebrows rises so far that his monocle falls. There's always something better, that's easy to say. And do you have any suggestions for exactly what? He swells with hurt pride. I donate what I can, and I come to this ghastly place to ensure that it's well spent. What more do you want? Damn, dude, calm down. come on, the overseer is gesturing at you angrily. We can't waste another moment. We have to leave now. It's important we return in plenty of time, so I'm afraid we'll have to end the tour here. The lead overseer circles the group, shepherding the huddle between the doors back to the bit between. The second overseer takes a head count, a poor one, for she double counts twice before giving up. Nevertheless, she signals to her partner to go ahead. I hope you appreciated our little tour, and we shall pass your thanks on to the workers of Brabazon. Perhaps, when they paid off their debts, you'll see them again. The overseer shakes the hands of the most prominent donors. Of course, this entire endeavor is thanks to your generosity, he murmurs to them while the group preens. He collects the carriage clocks. The overseer, who takes your spent carriage clock, draws you aside. You're a skyfarer, aren't you? We need for someone without official connections to the governor to help us with a delicate matter. What's up? There are unsavory individuals on Brabazon Workworld. They inveigle others to do their work, so they might have time to plot. They are fermenting unrest. He shakes his head. It won't do. It just makes the other workers unhappy. Next time, if you can sneak away from the tour, I hear their leader is looking for assistance. He winces, for once time is on their side. They have so long to plan, relative to us. If you hear anything, pass it on to me. I accept. With apparent delight. The Workworlds are vital to London's industry. They keep debtors out of prison. Revolutionaries here are fools. Thank you, I'm so glad you understand, he smiles. I'll be putting a case to the governor. I'll make sure you're paid for any information that helps us. He shakes your hand and indicates to a barrel in the corner. You'll need these. Come back if you hear anything. Be around. Do we want to start this yet, though? Wait, what's the sequencer's care package? Oh, right. We have to deliver the sequencer's charity package. We deliver the sequencer's care package. When you explain the nature of your delivery to the overseers, some appropriately downtrodden workers are summoned. The summoned workers are exquisitely downtrodden. The overseers take vocal pride in having gone an extra mile on your behalf, and carefully select the most miserable of a bad bunch. The amassed laborers shuffle at their feet, apparently expecting a trick. Finally, a filth-faced man steps forward, ducking his head in greeting, and fumbles the package open. He picks out one of the bowtie manuals and stares at it for a while. A series of emotions pass very visibly over his face. Finally, he inclines his head and thanks you without inflection. That is a fairly terrible gift. What else do we have here? We can't do much. Let's go see what's at the bazaar today. They're selling dried tea. They have fuel, but no supplies. And I guess that's it for now. We are not gonna do the event here quite. I guess we can start it. Why not? Let's join a tour of Brabazon Workworld. We're going in with our hours. We run this tour at cost, you know, says the overseer who collects your contribution. She hands over the group to the tour leader, who shepherds you into a side room. We got our clock. We need to sneak away. So this is the rug place again. Let's admire the rugs. We still have plenty of time. Okay, we need to sneak away from the group. This is what we needed to do. This tour offers only aspects of Brabazon deemed suitable for tourists. To see anything real of the place, you're going to have to explore unsupervised. The guides are focused on moving the tour along. No one notices you slip down an alley. We've used a quarter of our time, though. First of all, let's write a port report. We need that. We've used nearly half of our time. Let's explore the true Brabazon. You're backstage now. The lights and props and the sham of the tour are left behind. We still use up half our time. We're okay. We got 5 terror out of it. Wary workers struggle to their first shift, grey as ghosts in the smog. They struggle under heavy tool bags and heavier debts. The debtor's court does not give a good rate of exchange on sovereigns owed to years worked. The shanties are pressed close together. There are no more streets, only cramped alleys. Their few windows are clogged with filth. Grimy workers trudge from work to home, eating as they go. Time is precious here. Minutes not spent at work are given to sleep. We'll keep looking, I guess. More than half of our time is gone. We can provide fuel for warmth. Yeah, let's do that. In suburbs of Brabazon, further from the factories, the smog is cold and hangs dirty icicles from the gutters. The people that live there huddle in patched cloaks and threadbare blankets. We have the beneficence of Bravazon. We're running out of time, though. Bravazon is at peace, apparently. We need to get back. We're rapidly running out of time. And finish the tour. We made it out in the nick of time. The clock is silent. I guess we don't have any more hours at the moment, so that's all we can do for this particular one. Let's leave. So we did Bravazon. In part, at least. So we'll end our video here, I think. In the next video, maybe we'll head down... We'll head over this way, look around what's over here, and then head south, and then east along the southern edge here. And then we'll go back up north to London, see if we can find anything else. I think there's more up here. I think we've missed some things over in this area and this area. But that's okay. We'll get to it eventually. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you all next time. Take care.